Hello everybody, welcome back after half term. Was going to say lovely to see you, but obviously I'm not getting to see you all just yet. But nice to be back, nice to be at least thinking ahead to hopefully when we can see each other soon. So this week's assembly is from me again, Miss Lambden, and it's about LGBTQ plus History Month because February has been the month to celebrate the history of LGBTQ plus. So to start us off, you'll see that we have a timeline of events and key moments in history with regards to LGBTQ+. That's going to span over the next 3 slides because it's very big and couldn't fit it onto one. It's actually a poster that I've had to put onto this PowerPoint slide. And obviously, had we been in school, we would have put that on the relevant notice board. So it's going to be slightly weird. And what I suggest you do is you pause the assembly to have a look at it. And it may be something that you want to research for yourself in terms of some of the key events or some of the key people, because that's really interesting. Looking back in history and to more recent times, looking at icons in terms of the LGBTQ plus agenda. So rather than me talk about this timeline at length, I would suggest you just take some time to actually look at it yourselves and think, okay, maybe I want to go investigate that person, find out a bit more about them or that particular point in history. Okay, so now you've had a look at the timeline. Let's have a think about the difficult stuff, about why it's important to celebrate LGBTQ plus History Month and about how it makes us all feel. Because the reality is, for some of you out there, you will struggle with your feelings around this subject. You may struggle in terms of accepting feelings about yourself that maybe you're a bit confused about in terms of gender or sexuality or sexual orientation, etc. Or you may, in fact, just feel uncomfortable about it in general in terms of other people. Some of you may be anxious in terms of accepting friends and other people who at this moment in time may be questioning certain aspects about themselves. And it's not easy to accept difference, is the bottom line. So first of all, it is okay to struggle and it is okay to not always feel at ease with these difficult subjects, because I think people over worry about that and think that if they were to say that, then it makes them a bad person and they can't say that and that people will be angry with them. But it is absolutely fine to feel a bit of a struggle at times, perhaps, about things we don't understand. Again, that is normal. If you think of a subject that you don't understand, look at my subject, maths. A lot of people don't understand that. It's okay to be uncomfortable with things. But why is it important that we talk about it and that we try to understand? It comes down to one word, which are in our values and vision, and that's inclusivity. Ultimately, it all comes down to accepting difference with ourselves and with other people. And asking ourselves, do we think it's right that people get discriminated against for certain qualities or personality traits? And I think we'd all agree the answer is no. If you all came into school, if it was a normal school day, you were all in school tomorrow, and I said, okay, today, those of you with blue eyes, you will receive a longer lunch break and no homework. Those of you who haven't got blue eyes, you will have no lunch break whatsoever and you will have double homework, and that's how it is. I hope that quite rightly you'd be up in arms. And what would my rationale be? Prefer blue eyes to brown eyes? Just don't like brown eyes? Or I just happen to have that whim? And I think taking it back to a simple example like that is quite a good starting point if you're struggling. Because ultimately, I think you'd all agree that what I've just said is nonsensical and stupid and unfair. So therefore, I think we'd all agree it isn't fair to discriminate or to poke fun at or to be unsupportive to anyone of difference, no matter what that difference is. So you'll see that I've put a picture of RuPaul's Drag Race up there, and I'm going to come out with this. I actually was a bit of a RuPaul fan from way back when, from years ago, because when I was very young, sort of in the early 90s, shall we say, RuPaul was definitely coming up on the scene in terms of the clubbing scene and the fashion scene, and I love my fashion magazines, and I think she has absolutely fabulous makeup, and so I was very much into looking at those fashion magazines and taking bits of inspiration, etc. And she often had very wise words, positive wise words about body image, etc. And as a young woman, sort of late teens, early 20s, I found that really inspiring and really comforting. So it's been a shock to me that I've never actually got on board RuPaul's Drag Race until now. And certain female members of staff at their school know who they are, were saying to me, can't believe you're not watching this. So I started and I'm absolutely hooked. And RuPaul has not let me down. She has remained as positive about life and individuality, body image, etc., as she always was. And that's been great for me to be able to relive those wonderful moments of my youth in terms of getting inspiration from her around those things, because we can all suffer with confidence and insecurities. It doesn't matter in terms of personality traits and difference where you are on any spectrum, whether you are a 50-year-old white male or an 18-year-old woman of mixed race who's perhaps not sure about their sexuality, etc. All of us will have a confidence crisis at some point in our lives around our identity. And I have to say, I found RuPaul's words of wisdom truly inspiring. So on the latest US episode, the actress Anne Hathaway made an appearance, and she said something that I thought was really beautiful. She said that RuPaul had made the lane of what we say is okay wider, and that the more accepting we are of each other and the more grounded we are, then the better we are as human beings. And that genuinely did bring a bit of a tear to my eye, because that is so true. And it goes back to the example I started with, which was very simplistic about eye colour, that actually acceptance and individuality are two wonderful things. We should all embrace the individuality we have within us, and we should all be very accepting of that with each other, because what a boring world it would be if we were all the same. So I don't really need to say much about this slide, because I think the words speak for themselves. It's so true that if anyone is hurtful towards you, then you know what, that's their problem. And you need to remember that, all of you, about any difference or any aspect of your personality. And likewise, I love on that second picture when Rue talks about how life is more meaningful when you see all the colours of the rainbow. I mean, what a beautiful thing to think about, because life is colourful, or it should be. We should all be different, and we should embrace each other's differences and make the most of them. So I don't need to say much more on that, but what I would say to you all is, look at those images, read those words, and no matter how old, young you are, where you are on any journey in your life, please remember those words there and take them with you. So each year, for LGBTQ plus History Month, they pick some icons, or what they call faces. And there's lots of them, but I've picked two for us to think about this year. One of them is somebody called Mark Ashton, who I'm not going to say much about, because on the following slide there's a bit of a video clip about him. But some of you older students may have watched the film Pride, and if you haven't, can I suggest you do so, because it is laugh out loud funny, but it is also so touching from a human point of view, in terms of the kindness shown from different people to one another, the acceptance, the inclusivity. And one of the key things you'll pick up on, I think, or I hope, when you listen to the little video about Mark Ashton, is that he made the point, it's okay, it's all well and good being part of the LGBTQ plus community and fighting for our rights. But actually, if we're going to fight for our rights, we should be fighting for everybody's rights, because that's what inclusivity is all about. And I think that's such a wonderful message. And that's exactly what he did. And without doing too many spoilers, the film Pride's based on a true story during the era of the miners' strike, when a group of gay people got together and basically decided to support the miners. And I will say no more about it for those of you old enough to watch the film, because I need to warn you, I'm afraid, younger students, it's certificate 15. But that picture on this slide is a picture from the film. And then on the next slide, you will see a picture of the real Mark Ashton, and you will also get to see a little video. So another face for LGBTQ plus History Month is Maya Angelou, and this brought total joy to my heart because Maya Angelou features down C corridor in school as a representation of one of our values and vision statements, and we have her there for respect. So Maya Angelou was a poet and civil rights activist, and she had a very challenging life and a very complex life. If you were to read about her, lots of things that were in some way shocking, perhaps, about her life. And one of the things she says is that, you know, she could never be one of those people who said, oh, you know, I've always been perfect, I've always lived a good life. She didn't necessarily. But as I say, a keen activist and somebody who fought for everybody to feel included and for the respect of everybody, and hence she is down our corridor representing respect. So it was great for me to see that she had become one of the faces for 2021. So on the next slide there will be a short video with a little bit about her. So the final thing I want to leave you with is this: never apologise for who you are. And remember, the one thing we all have in common is that we're part of the human race. So life truly is better if we work together, stick together, and support each other.